Summer's here, and if you're anything like me, you're excited to dive into your garden and start growing your favorite veggies. But wait, there's one little pest that can really mess things up for your plants: aphids. These tiny bugs may seem harmless, but trust me, they can cause a lot of damage if you don't act fast. Don't worry though, because in this video, I'm going to show you how to manage aphids using organic pest control methods that are safe, effective, and easy to use. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have all the tools you need to protect your veggies and keep your garden healthy and thriving. Before we get into how to deal with aphids, let's first talk about what they are and why they're such a big deal. Aphids are tiny, soft-bodied insects that suck the juices from your plants. They're usually found on the underside of leaves, on new growth, or in flower buds. What makes aphids such a problem is that when they feed, they weaken your plants and cause them to yellow, curl up, or even drop leaves prematurely. Plus, they excrete a sticky substance called honeydew, which can attract mold and mildew, making the problem worse. Aphids also reproduce incredibly quickly. One female can give birth to up to 80 offspring in just one day. And they don't even need to mate to do it, which means they can multiply at an alarming rate. On top of that, aphids can spread diseases from plant to plant, making them even more dangerous, so it's important to catch them early before they do too much damage. If you're wondering how to tell if aphids have moved in, here are a few signs to look out for: yellowing leaves, curled or distorted growth, a sticky residue on the plants, or even ants marching up your plants. Ants love aphids because they feed on the honeydew, so if you see any of these signs, it's time to take action. Now that we know what aphids are and how to spot them, let's talk about how to get rid of them, the organic way. There are a ton of natural solutions that are safe for your plants and the environment. Let's start with one of my favorites: neem oil. Neem oil is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to organic gardening. It works by interfering with the aphids' feeding and reproduction cycle, which eventually kills them off. It's safe for your plants, won't harm the soil, and it's non-toxic to humans and pets. To use neem oil, just mix a couple of teaspoons with water in a spray bottle, shake it up, and spray it generously on your plants. Make sure to cover both the top and bottom of the leaves, especially since aphids like to hide there. Apply it early in the morning or late in the evening to avoid burning your plants in the heat. Next, let's talk about insecticidal soap. This is another awesome natural solution. It works by breaking down the aphids' waxy coating, causing them to dehydrate and die. It's easy to use, just mix it with water in a spray bottle and spray it directly on the aphids. Again, make sure to get both sides of the leaves. Insecticidal soap is safe for beneficial insects like ladybugs, so you don't have to worry about harming the good guys in your garden. Here's a quick and easy DIY tip. Mix a few drops of dish soap with water in a spray bottle. It's a simple, effective solution that suffocates the aphids and helps control them. Just be careful not to use too much soap, as it could damage your plants. All of these solutions, neem oil, insecticidal soap, and dish soap, are safe, easy to use, and effective at getting rid of aphids. But sometimes you need a little extra help to keep them at bay. Ladybugs are aphid-eating machines. One ladybug can eat up to 50 aphids a day. You can buy ladybugs online or at your local garden store, and they'll do the job for you. Simply release them into your garden, and they'll get right to work, munching on aphids and other pests. The best part is that they won't harm your plants and will continue to help keep pests under control. Another beneficial insect to consider is the lacewing larvae. These little guys are known as aphid lions. Lacewing larvae can consume hundreds of aphids in just a few days, and they also go after other pests like whiteflies and thrips. You can find lacewings in garden stores or online, and once they're in your garden, they'll help reduce the aphid population significantly. Also, don't forget about parasitic wasps and predatory beetles. Parasitic wasps lay their eggs inside aphids, and when the eggs hatch, the larvae feed on the aphid from the inside. Predatory beetles, like rove beetles, will actively hunt and eat aphids, making them another great ally in your battle against pests. Encouraging these beneficial insects to live in your garden is one of the most natural and effective ways to keep aphid populations under control. Just make sure to avoid using broad-spectrum pesticides, as they can harm these helpful insects. So, how do you prevent aphids from showing up in the first place? Let's talk prevention. First, plant companion plants that repel aphids like garlic, chives, and marigolds. These plants not only discourage aphids but also attract helpful insects like ladybugs and lacewings. Another tip is to keep your garden clean. Remove any dead leaves or plant debris, as aphids love to hide in these areas. Regularly checking your plants for early signs of aphids will also help prevent a full-blown infestation. Healthy plants are less susceptible to pests, so make sure your garden is well nourished with compost and organic fertilizers. Also, water your plants at the base to avoid getting the leaves wet, as aphids are more likely to attack stressed plants. Finally, consider using reflective mulch. This shiny material confuses aphids and makes it harder for them to settle on your plants. It's a simple and effective way to keep pests away before they even have a chance to cause damage. So with these prevention tips, you're setting yourself up for a pest-free garden all season long. And remember, staying proactive and checking your plants regularly is the key to keeping aphids in check. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more gardening advice. Drop a comment below if you've got any other aphid fighting tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy gardening, everyone.